Hello, Patriots, and welcome back to Mason Cable News. My name is Ky'Lend Adams.
And I'm Alexis Whitted.
So, Alexis, tell me about your Thanksgiving break.
It was amazing. I got to hang out with my family. I was on
good.
campus. I got to hang out with a couple friends. And I got the opportunity to go to the African American Culture Museum, which is really awesome. How about you?
I just relaxed, did some homework, but I'm actually going to the African American Museum on Monday, so maybe next week we can talk about our experiences there.
Yeah, you're in for a treat.
Yeah. Cuban state television announced on Friday, November 25th, that controversial Cuban revolutionary leader Fidel Castro died. 9 days of mourning have been initiated in Cuba. After the news of Castro's death broke, there were celebrations and rejoicing in Miami, Florida on his passing. Fidel Castro came into power in the 50s and retained power until the mid-2000s, reigning for 49 years. After overthrowing the Cuban government in the 1950s, Castro established and dictated a quasi-communist state 90 miles from America. Depending on who you ask, he was an icon who established free health care and education for Cuban. Or he was a brutal dictator who isolated Cuba and led an oppressive regime. Fidel Castro survived 638 assassination attempts by the CIA during his ruling. Fidel's brother, Raul Castro, remained the president and prime minister of Cuba since his ascension in 2008.
Ohio State University was faced with a school attack early Monday morning. The initial alert from the nearly 50,000-member university reported an active shooter on campus at Watts Hall and instructed the students to run, hide, or fight. It was later uncovered that the suspect, 18-year-old Ohio State student Abdul Razak Ali Artan, deliberately crashed his vehicle into pedestrians and attacked students with a butcher knife before being shot and killed by Officer Alan Horuko. The suspect was a Somali refugee who is a legal permanent resident of the United States. 11 people were injured, with one in critical condition. People are still trying to search for the motive on the attack.
Hunger and Homelessness Action Week occurred 2 weeks ago, right before Thanksgiving break. Mason Cable News had the opportunity to attend the interactive hunger banquet Thursday night. Here's Ariel Thornhill with the story.
November 13th through 15th, 2016, George Mason's Catholic Campus Ministries hosted their annual Hunger and Homeless Action Week.
It is just a week of getting involved and helping around campus, doing activities like tonight, where we're going to be putting together 15,000 meals that are going to be sent internationally to people around the world who don't have the food they need.
I'm here at this event because I realize in my life, it's not always easy to take time out of my schedule as a student to stop and really think critically about just some problematic issues of our time.
I want to help them give food to those who are hungry every day in America.
I think the most rewarding thing about being a part of this event is, again, that we're just taking the opportunity to do something. Oftentimes there's just lots of talk about things and issues, and this is an opportunity where people are coming together and saying, we want to do something.
Putting together meals for those who aren't as fortunate as we are, and it just really spoke to me. I really have a passion for helping people, and so I really wanted to get out there and be able to help people who just aren't able to get the things they need.
We need to do something internationally so that the students here at George Mason have that opportunity to reach locally here on campus, the community, and the world.
So I hope this hunger banquet allows me to think and really experience what hunger looks like today.
Want more information on how to get involved? Log on to www.mason.gmu.edu/HHAW. This is Ariel Thornhill reporting for Mason Cable News.
In conjunction with Arizona State University, George Mason University professor Kevin Clark and 2 additional professors are currently conducting a study examining how African American youth in low-income communities can enhance their education through the use of technology. The 20th and 21st centuries have seen unprecedented breakthroughs within the science and technology sector. The study, dubbed The Digital Lives of African American Tweens, Teens, and Parents, Innovation and Learning with Technology, aims to understand how African American families use and learn with technology outside of formal learning events and identifying the mediated factors enabling African American families to use technology. The study is funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and has been reported on Politico, Education Week, Diverse Issues in Higher Education, and Ebony Magazine. Professor Kevin Clark serves as the direction for the Center of Digital Media Innovation and Diversity. The study can be found on cgest.asu.edu/digitallives.
Join the members of Alpha Phi, Zeta Tau Alpha, Delta Chi, Kappa Alpha Order, and Sigma Alpha Epsilon for their second annual A Very Greek Christmas event. The event is a clothing drive and a raffle fundraiser, which will be taking place from Monday, November 28th until this Friday, December 1st, from 1 to 5 p.m. each day. It is a chance to get more clothing to those who need it the most before the winter break.
Were you able to pick up a tote bag? ASOS Blank Canvas came to campus on Cyber Monday and the following Tuesday near Southside. After filling out a short registration on an iPad provided by the ASOS staff, along with a 10% discount on all ASOS orders, students received a free tote bag with one of 10 designs illustrated by student artists around the world. It was a fun and interactive event for students to score a quick freebie.
We'll be right back after this week's segment of Freshman's Corner.
I'm your host, Cody Borden. Basketball season's in full effect, so this week I went outside of Hanover Hall to talk to freshmen about sports. What are your favorite sports?
Lacrosse and football.
I guess I watch football. I watch college football a lot. Baseball sometimes.
Definitely soccer.
I'd have to say hockey.
Basketball.
What are your favorite teams?
Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Capitals.
More Barcelona, soccer.
Red Wings, Michigan.
I'm a Bulls fan at the moment, but shout out to Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, I'm a LeBron James fan, so, right now I'm rocking with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What is your favorite sports memory? Like, what is a personal instance or like a moment in sports history that really stuck to you?
I guess when I was playing in my lacrosse game, it was double overtime, and I got 2 saves. I'm a goalie, so that kind of stuck with me for a while. I got game ball after that, so.
I guess one of the things I always remember is when the Phillies won the World Series in 2008. That's something that I'll always remember, and I was watching the whole entire time, and I'm really close to there, so it was really cool to experience that.
I wasn't playing at the time, but I was sitting on the sidelines. It wasn't a school, this was a kind of a friends getting together playing, but my buddies were destroying the other team, and just seeing that was great.
Have you been to a sporting event on campus yet?
I play lacrosse here, so I don't know if that counts, but no, I haven't been to any of the basketball games or anything like that.
Yeah, recently I've been to the game on Friday. It was my first basketball game, and it was really nice.
Yes.
How was it?
Amazing.
It was lit.
Dope. The energy was good. It was really nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If you want to get involved in Mason sports, you can log on to gomason.com. That's our segment. I'm your host, Cody Borden. Thanks for tuning in.
George Mason University has recognized 2 buildings in honor of Noble James Buchanan and Vernon Smith. On Friday, November 18th, Mason officially renamed Mason Hall on Fairfax to James Buchanan Hall and the 5-story Metropolitan Building in Arlington as the Vernon Smith Hall. Alice Brock, director of Mason Center of Study of Public Choice, said, quote, "The gift that James Buchanan and Vernon Smith has given us is new ideas, new ways of seeing the world, and new tools to understand and to improve the American social compact." Buchanan passed away in 2013 at the age of 93. Professor Smith will be in attendance for the ceremony on January 1st, 2017. The building name changes will go into effect on July 1st, 2017.
Diabetes is a serious condition that affects members within our community. George Mason University has a chapter within the College Diabetes Network, which aims to educate students on the resources on campus and understanding how diabetes works. Here's Gina Jerome with the story.
College Diabetes Network, also known as CDN, is a national nonprofit organization whose mission is to empower and improve the lives of students with diabetes through peer support and access to information and resources. Diabetes develops when the body doesn't make enough insulin or is unable to use insulin effectively, or both. Founder and president of the CDN chapter at GMU, Will Jeanette, is personally affected by diabetes and wants to create a comforting and safe place for those who are also affected by the illness.
So my personal connection to type 1 diabetes was originally my cousin, who was diagnosed at 6 years old, which was about 7 years ago. But then in my senior year of high school, I too was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So after that, I just sort of started working for the cause and kind of figure out like what I can do to help the type 1 community.
According to Jeanette, the purpose and mission of CDN is to provide a community to people on campus who are affected by the disease, though it doesn't necessarily mean people who have diabetes. It can also mean people who are around it and can see how diabetes affects people who have it.
We do look for people who have kind of a personal connection, but that just kind of tends to be how it happens anyway. Most of our members do have type 1 diabetes, but we have 3 or 4 who don't. We have some people who are nursing students who want to work with children, so they want to get some experience in a disease that affects a lot of kids. Or we've got some professors who are kind of honorary members who have had students who have type 1 diabetes.
For those interested in getting involved with the College Diabetes Network chapter at George Mason, you can find the organization on a myriad of social networking sites, including Facebook and Twitter, as well as getconnected.gmu.edu. Reporting from Fairfax, Virginia, this has been Gina Jerome.
With the end of the semester less than 3 weeks away, the number of papers due for classes seems to overflow. Have you started your end-of-term research papers yet? Do you need help with gathering information or have last-minute questions about citations? On Monday, December 5th, from 11:30 a.m. until 1 p.m., stop by the Fenwick Library lobby, grab some hot food to go, and ask library staff any questions you may have. The library staff wants to make sure nothing gets in the way of your success for the fall semester.
As we're nearing a stressful time in the year, Mason wants to ensure the mental health of students and the community is safe and stable. On Thursday, December 1st from 3 to 5 p.m., students will have the opportunities to support the Mason community in suicide prevention. The counseling services will provide Mason Cares, campus awareness, referral, and education for suicide prevention, a 2-hour gatekeeper training. The program strives to inform participants of the warning signs of suicide and coach them in talking about suicide. Additionally, information and the steps to obtain professional assistance will be provided. Participants of Mason Cares Gatekeeper training will learn many topics such as the reasons people attempt suicide, the warning signs, the myths about suicide, and how to make a referral.
We'd like to take a minute and mourn Flight 29033, which suffered a crash on its way to Medellin on Monday evening. The passengers included the Brazilian soccer team and the accompanying press. 71 of the 77 passengers and crew were killed. 4 team members whom did not fly that day are currently in mourning. The team was in the lower divisions until 2014 when they made a return to Series A and stayed in the league since then. After being 2 top teams, they were en route to play in the Copa's finals against Colombian team Atlético Nacional. Atlético Nacional has called for the trophy to be handed over in memorial to them. The team was described as a Cinderella story who overcame the odds and made it to the finals and was a joy in their city. A board member told TV Globo, quote, "This morning I said goodbye to them and they told me they were going after the dream. Turning that dream into reality, that dream was over early this morning." On behalf of Mason Cable News, we would like to send our condolences.
Stay tuned. Up next is a sports report with Reema Abuelrish, On the Couch with Gina Jerome, in our talk on Campus Carry.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Good evening, Patriots. My name is Reema Abuelrish, and welcome back to your sports report. George Mason will have 2 Patriots competing at the USA Swimming AT&T Winter National Championships, with senior Sydney Fisher and junior Alec Morin swimming at the Georgia Tech's McCauley Aquatic Center in Atlanta, Georgia. More than 400 swimmers, including 5 members of the 2016 U.S. Olympic swimming team, will compete in the meet for national titles, starting today through December 3rd. Best of luck to Sydney and Alec, and congratulations for making it this far. In basketball news, congratulations to senior Marquise Moore as he was named College Sports Madness Atlantic 10 Player of the Week for his performance during this past week's action, leading the Patriots to a 3-1 record, including 3 straight wins. The men will be playing their first road game of the season tonight at Northern Iowa. Good luck, Patriots. Congratulations to the women's basketball team for defeating Detroit Mercy this afternoon 55-54. Senior Kara White hit the game winner with 3.5 seconds left. The ladies' next game is this Sunday at UMass. Good luck to the team. Well, Patriots, that's it for the sports updates. For more info on future games as well as past ones, visit gomason.com. We'll be back right after On the Couch with Gina Jerome.
We focus, practice, practice some more, repeat. Yeah, we sweat the details until we get it just right. We hang in, stand together, then we go out and make great happen.
To Maddie. Congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Hello, Mason Nation. Welcome back to another amazing week with me, Gina Jerome, on the couch. I hope everyone had a splendid Thanksgiving. Once again, I'm excited to be your source for entertainment news nationally, as well as in the DMV and GMU area. So now let's start off with some juicy Hollywood gossip. Since Kanye West was hospitalized on November 22nd and sent for a psychiatric evaluation, the world's been wondering what could have triggered his breakdown. As well as being taken away in an ambulance for his own health and safety, Kanye has also canceled the rest of his St. Pablo tour. But he is not out of the woods yet. Kanye has had a rough time at UCLA Medical Center, struggling with extreme paranoia. At one point, he would not even let the doctors touch him. Sources say the plan was to release Kanye on Monday, November 28th, but Kanye is still not stable and was not released. In fact, there is now no release day set because he has not recovered from his breakdown over a week ago. Nonetheless, his wife, reality television star Kim Kardashian, is still by his bedside, where she has been almost non-stop for a week. Moving on to our next story.
Gilmore Girls fans are stuffed with turkey and nostalgia after Year in the Life premiered on Friday, November 25th. Fans, like myself, had to wait nearly a decade after the series' original run ended abruptly in 2007. The 4-episode revival ended with a major cliffhanger, spoiler, that had my jaw dropping and heart pounding. So many questions, but this is the biggest of all. Will we actually see more Gilmore Girls episodes on Netflix after Year in the Life? Who knows? In Mason News, contemporary Christian and Christian rock band Casting Crowns will be coming to the Patriot Center on Friday, December 2nd, as part of their The Very Next Thing tour. Casting Crowns started in 1999 by youth pastor Mark Hall, who serves as the band's lead vocalist. It began as part of a youth group at First Baptist Church in downtown Daytona Beach, Florida, and has now flourished tremendously. Doors for the concert open on December 2nd at 7 p.m. and tickets are available on Ticketmaster, so get them ASAP. Well, this has been a great week bringing you some infotainment, my fellow patriots. Enjoy any and all post-Thanksgiving sales and meals and stuff yourselves with those leftovers. I know I will. Once again, this has been Gina Jerome right with you here back on the couch. See you next week, Mason Nation, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Gina Juju and tweet me at Najina_J. Bye, Mason.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
With another attack on an educational institution this week, albeit not a shooting, the issue on campus carry has risen again. Campus carry refers to the possession of firearms on college or university campuses in the United States. There is not a national consensus by any means on this hotly debated issue. Of the 50 states, 8 states, Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Colorado, Kansas, Texas, Wisconsin, and Louisiana, permit the carrying of guns on college campuses. 21 states, including Virginia, allow campuses to decide whether to allow firearms on campus or not. While the remaining 21 states fully ban guns on college campuses, Liberty University became the only state in Virginia to allow the use of concealed firearms on campus this fall. Supporters of campus carry say it makes the students feel safer and much easier to defend themselves. In lieu of the dangerous situations such as the one in Ohio State University or Virginia Tech, the opposition disagrees and says it makes students feel much less safe on campus and can make for an even more dangerous environment. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Personally, I would feel scared if I came home and my roommate would just had a gun sitting out on the table, or if I saw people walking around. So I'd like if Mason didn't pass that. But I do understand where people come from when they believe that it makes them feel safer.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alexis. I think that I can also see both sides to this argument. As far as being a student here at Mason, I would have to say I hope I am in agreement with you. I hope that Mason does not approve a bill or something like this. But I think, especially in this political season, it's something that the conversation is going to keep going on no matter what. But it's interesting to see how it will play out and interesting to hear the different views, those who are for it and those who are against it.
Of course.
I definitely agree with you both. I just really hope that Mason does not allow firearms on campus.
Well, Mason, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Mason Cable News and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Mason Cable Network to keep up with the latest news on and off campus. I'm Alexis Whitted.
I'm Ky'Lend Adams.
And I'm Reema Abuelrish. Have a great week.